Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about the possibility of former President Donald J. Trump receiving a pardon at some point in the future. In a recent video, I mentioned this as a possibility. In fact, I said that it might be one of the reasons he was trying to delay. Because even if he doesn't get back into the White House, maybe one of his allies does. Somebody willing to pardon him. And I had a lot of people send messages and ask, do I really think that that's a possibility? Do I think that Trump would be pardoned? I definitely think it's a possibility. I definitely think there are people within the Republican Party who would absolutely pardon him if he was convicted of any of the multiple things he's been accused of, or pardon him preemptively to shut down any possible investigation. I definitely think that's a possibility. I think it is probably incredibly important for, well, basically everybody. The Democratic Party, journalists, moderators, everybody, to include those moderating during the Republican primaries, to ask candidates directly whether or not they would pardon former President Trump if he was eventually convicted, or if they would issue a preemptive pardon. That answer, if it's anything other than no, they probably shouldn't be considered. That's a question that will probably end up being one of the dividing lines between the normal conservatives, the Republican Party as it was, and the MAGA faction, the Sedition Caucus, that crew that is actually likely to abandon the Republican Party and go third party at some point, or attempt to continue to exert more and more control over the Republican Party and eventually destroy any hope of having a real conservative party in the United States. Those who would say, yeah, I would think about pardoning him or something, anything other than a flat no, those people are the people who want to drag the Republican Party even further into the past. If the Republican Party is to remain relevant, they have to move forward. As hard as this is for many people in the Republican Party to believe, the only future for a Republican Party is to become more progressive. The dividing lines between what is acceptable levels of being a conservative and being totally outdated, the Republican Party is moving further into totally outdated. And the rhetoric that's going along with that is pushing more and more voters away. The future for the Republican Party is a more progressive party. I'm not saying that they're going to become, raging liberals or anything, but they have to become more progressive so they can at least stay within the Overton window of the United States, particularly on social issues. If they don't do that, they will fade into irrelevance, but not before the Sedition Caucus winds up just absolutely destroying all of their reputations. At this point, the normal conservatives within the Republican Party, they have to be acting out of self-defense for their own positions of power. Because, let's be honest, most of these people are not ideologically motivated. They're about maintaining their power in the status quo. That's going to be a very strong motivator for them. That question about whether or not a particular candidate would pardon Trump needs to be asked over and over and over again. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.